Hi everybody, welcome back. So I've got all my components ripped to size now. I've got a top sill and a bottom sill. I've got my 4 window uprights, and at the back there I've got my 4 door uprights, or stiles as we might want to call them. So the first thing I'm going to do is to cut in the profile of my top sill and bottom sill. Okay, so here are the profiles that we're going to cut away. This is my top sill, my bottom sill. The top sill can be cut square. The bottom sill we cut at an angle. So any water that creeps in behind the doors and into the frame can run down, hit the angle, run out and outside. And when you put the door material into the rebate, you might see there that there's a bit of a gap. I've done that on purpose. You don't make these to fit tight because you need to allow for undercoat, primer, whatever, and a couple of coats of paint. So by the time that's been painted, that should be just enough room for that door to close nice. Right, let's get cutting. There we go. Just clean it up a little bit with a rebate plane. And that's the top sill done. Now to do the angle on the bottom sill. Okay, there she is. Looks nice. Just check the depth. My rebate stops. They are all bang on. Excellent, and the top one. Yeah, they're good all the way down. So I'm just going to take some time cleaning these up, just in the cracks in the corners here where the blade hasn't fully got to. So I'll take some chisels and a rebate plane and just clean these out. Okay, so my head and my sill are now all cleaned up. I'm now going to lay out where all of my components are going to go. So how I do that, I've got an offcut here which is the width of my uprights, and it's also the width of my door stiles. So I'll start by flushing it on the end, just feeling it with my fingertips. Take a pencil and scratch a line. Take my square. mark that in. Do the same on the other end. Just shoving it right into that corner with my rebate, flushing it with my fingers, and mark it. So that's my two external uprights. My doors are centralised and my doors are 600mm, that's non-negotiable. So my other uprights are whatever's left. So I'll take my tape measure and split the difference of this. So that's my halfway point. That's where my doors will come together. So now, I need to go 600 either side. 600 for each door. That's one door. And 600 this way. That's my second door. So I can then take that one and turn it that way. Mark it on with my door. One in the middle. One the other side of the middle. And one on the far end. And to the side of the door we have another upright. And to this side of this door we have our final upright. So that is everything marked in. Now what I'll do, sorry I've got my back to you but I'm struggling for a better camera position. I can then take my top rail, line these up and transfer the marks across, ensuring that we get both of them exactly in the same position, so when we run our uprights in, up and down, they align and everything should be square. Alright, so I've got my top and bottom sill marked up now on both sides. I can lose the top for now, and now I'm ready to start marking up for my mortises. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just an arbitrary measurement, which is going to be the thickness of my ruler to gauge my shoulders. So I'll have a shoulder there. Shoulder there. And a shoulder there. Now for the width of my mortises, I was originally going to do just one large mortise, but I've changed my mind and I'm going to do double mortises. So I'll take my chisel, mark one there, And one there. And those will be my mortises. As I say, I was originally going to do one large one, but by splitting them, it keeps this material here structurally sound because it's still attached through here into the main body of the timber, where if all this was taken away, it's only attached kind of around the sides. So even though it would probably be okay, by opening this up through the middle, keeping it attached to the main board, it just increases its strength. So I'm going to copy this onto all other 8 joints, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and then we can start chopping them out. Okay, so that is all 16 mortises chopped in my upper rail and lower rail, or top sill and bottom sill, whatever you want to call it. Everything is aligning nicely, so that should help bring the whole thing square. Just a quick word on the chisels I use. I use a Narex chisel, and I have cut 16 mortises with these, and the edge is still very sharp. It performs very well, holds an edge really well. So even though they are not a dedicated mortise chisel, you can chop, you know, fairly wide, chunky, deep mortises with these relatively quickly and efficiently. Just thought you'd like to know. So I think we'll call that end of part 2 right there. Join me next time, where I will turn my attention to my upright components. I'll cut in the rebates for the glass and the panels to sit against, and we'll also chop in the profiles and the tenons, which will fit into these. So thanks for joining me, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon.